Welcome to Trivia Clips. Think you know everything about the Beatles, the Fab Four, who changed music forever? Let's test your knowledge with 9 true or false questions that only real fans can answer. You have 5 seconds to answer, true or false. 1. The Beatles were originally called the Quarrymen. Correct answer, true. The band began as the Quarrymen, formed by John Lennon in 1956. Paul McCartney joined a year later, followed by George Harrison. They changed names several times before becoming the Beatles. The evolution marked their journey from skiffle to rock legends. This humble beginning shaped the band's early chemistry. 2. Ringo Starr was the Beatles' first drummer. Correct answer. False. Ringo replaced Pete Best in 1962, just before they hit fame. Pete Best played during their Hamburg days and early gigs. The switch was controversial, but cemented their classic lineup. Ringo's style added groove and charisma to the band. His arrival marked the true start of Beatlemania. 3. The Beatles never performed outside Europe. Correct answer. False. The Beatles toured globally, including the US, Japan, and Australia. Their 1964 US tour launched the British invasion. They even performed in the Philippines amid political tension. Their global impact made them worldwide icons. Their fame transcended borders and language. 4. Yesterday was written entirely by Paul McCartney. Correct answer. True. Paul famously dreamed the melody and wrote the lyrics. He feared he subconsciously copied it from another song. Yesterday became one of the most covered songs ever. It was a solo performance with a string quartet. The track showed Paul's genius in songwriting. 5. The Beatles starred in a cartoon TV series. Correct answer. True. An animated Beatles show aired from 1965 to 1969. Each episode followed the band on zany adventures. The real Beatles didn't voice themselves, but fans loved it. It helped cement their image with younger audiences. It was one of the first shows to feature a rock band. 6. Hey Jude was written for John Lennon's son. Correct answer. True. Paul wrote it to comfort Julian Lennon during his parents' divorce. Originally titled Hey Jules, it later became Hey Jude. The song's message of encouragement resonated worldwide. It became a chart-topping anthem and a fan favorite. Even John praised its emotional power. 7. The Beatles broke up because of Yoko Ono. Correct answer. False. While Yoko's presence stirred tension, the breakup had many causes. Business disputes and creative differences played a larger role. Paul and John's growing rift also fueled the split. Each member wanted to pursue solo careers. Blaming Yoko alone oversimplifies a complex story. 8. George Harrison was the youngest Beatle. Correct answer. True. George was born in February 1943, making him the youngest. He joined the band as a teenager, impressing with his guitar skills. Despite his youth, he grew into a brilliant songwriter. Songs like Something and Here Comes the Sun are classics. George's quiet strength anchored the group. 9. The Beatles were knighted by the Queen. Correct answer. False only. Paul McCartney was knighted in 1997, long after the band split. The Beatles as a group received MBEs in 1965. John later returned his medal in protest. Knighthood wasn't common for pop musicians back then. Their cultural impact was recognized in other ways.